2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hopefully you guys can hear me out there. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, let me know if you're here. Sweet. All right. So I am. Yeah. Okay. So I am going to make a quick music change. Thank you guys for joining me, and now we're there. Okay. So I want to welcome everybody. It's good to see Ish, Carla, everybody's here. Kelly's here. Just a reminder, I can't see who comes in and who leaves. And I understand you can't always take the full class or you show up late or whatever, but I love it when people chime in for whatever, whether it's that's a little too dark, whether it's just to say what's up or not. I want to kind of address, for me, what is the elephant in my heart right now, which is the state of the U.S., and by extension, maybe other countries, but really what's happening in here in America, kind of dealing with a very old, stubborn issue. And it has, and I think because sometimes I'm sensitive when there's a lot going on in the world and people just will post on Facebook about cupcakes they make, and they should totally post about cupcakes. And yet I will feel like, don't you see the news? Don't you know what's going on in the world? And so I almost miss cupcakes right now. But I maybe I'm afraid of running into me online. So I just want you to know that what's going on is super heavy in my mind and my heart, like you, like everyone. But the reason that I'm still hooping 19, 20 years later is because I never stop hooping. And so, like breakups, job loss, this crazy shit, whatever it is, I always bring it into my hoop. I always bring it into my practice because my practice becomes the only consistent thing. Like, who I am as I'm practicing isn't as consistent as my hoop practice. So that's why I'm going forward with these classes, and I hope that you understand. Thank you to everybody that participated in the jam. Tonight, the class is going to be on chill style. And I just want to, the reason I picked this was because of the climate right now. I just thought maybe it would be nice if we just have a nice, chill, easygoing hoop class. And of course, like as I'm writing this class, which means hooping along to the music, I wanted to change directions and go all these different places, but I kind of pulled back and decided to make sure that we keep it chill. So the playlist is going to be a lot slower than usual, but not super chill. And just like all my classes, I do want you to get kind of a workout going. There is no specific chill style. It's just chill ways of moving. And then by chill, I mean, the 70s definition of the word chill. Just easygoing, peaceful ways of being. And sometimes, sometimes you just fake it till you make it. And sometimes like moving in a chill way will help chill out the mind. So I really don't have much more set up than that. We are going to get a little technique-y tonight. We're going to talk about forearms. If you're new to class and you've never taken class before, some of the things on Monday night I don't go over as specifically as I do on Thursday nights. Thursday nights is really the intro class there. We'll have one this Thursday. These are kind of for people that have already been doing it. Hopefully you've been stretching while I talk or gathering everything that you need, because I'm ready to go ahead and get going and jump into it. Let me know how the sound goes, particularly if it's really bad. It's just me. Yeah, exactly. Sweet, Cal. It's just me tonight, so I am, I will appreciate any feedback that you have, positive, but also, about the sound or whatever. So here we go. Oops. If you haven't done this before with me, we start every class off with sway. Sway, hey from Vancouver. Sweet. Thanks for chiming in, everybody. I really appreciate it. If you can't stay, you can't stay. But I really do appreciate it. And all the donations, especially, like, I'm getting a lot through PayPal. It's hard for me to say thank you, but thank you. If you're watching, I really appreciate it, every one of them. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, there we go. Jump into our sway. All right. If you haven't done this before, sway is freeform movement. It's really kind of almost a sweet. What's up, Brooklyn? If you believe in, if you can open your imagination to the idea of portals, sway is kind of a ritualistically held portal for some of us, where it's completely free movement in the beginning of our class to help us find the class and to help us find the person that's taking the class, ourselves. I didn't grow up a formal dancer, but I did start dancing a lot, like in a break dance kind of hip hop way. And when I would see people move in slow, authentic movement, it felt very awkward to me, kind of looked awkward, it made me giggle. But that's exactly what sway is. And being free in the unknowing of what's next. To just listen to my body, its energy, the rhythms I'm hearing, the rhythms I'm thinking, all of it. Audible breath in. I'm going to close my eyes or go blindfolded. I always suggest it, but you can keep them open if it makes you feel better. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. Sometimes just a little bit of resistance can actually help you slow down. It can help you slow down and appreciate the slower pace of movement. I invite you, as you sway, to imagine that resistance is you underneath water. Or in heavy wind. Or in really fine sand. But there's just enough resistance to help you feel yourself. To feel the surface of your left hand. Feel the dip of your right knee. And every time distracting thoughts rush in, you are back in that water. See yourself immersed again, focusing on that very gentle resistance. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. I invite you to now think less of the resistance and more as the body. And I want you to imagine something that is moved by the resistance you were just imagining yourself in. For me, I was just in water, so I'm imagining seaweed or kelp. Of that resistance, that water shapes me. Audible breath in. Sweet. And I hope that felt good to you. That felt really good to me. Honestly, some sways just hit home a lot more clearly. So I want to start us into our class tonight. And what I'm planning on doing is offering, this is kind of an intermediate class, although I think this is totally beginner friendly. But I'm offering, the title of the class is Exploring Chill Styles. So I'm going to show you a technique, then play a song and let you explore that technique, and maybe something opens up for you with the technique, or maybe not, but it's like reading the first couple of chapters of a book someone's recommended for you, all right? So our first technique that I think is super chill is called point technique. And point technique is when I am holding the hoop without grip. And so the form of point technique can be to hold it on the back of the hand. And that's really imagine that's sort of almost like a gymnast form in HoopPath. That's just saying that I am clearly not gripping it. It's like a stylized way. If you ever do it at a festival, if somebody has done HoopPath, they'll know your tribe. But this is point technique. And I'm going to press play on the song now. But point technique, if you're new to it, is a movement meditation practice. It is meant to open up that chill style. And it's all based on observation and reaction. I'm going to be talking to you to help inspire you, but if you do point technique, you can always, go ahead and drift off into it. This track is so great. Right? Point technique. I'm holding the hoop anywhere. It's just hanging. We're going to add a second element tonight to our point technique, which is continuous slow motion. It doesn't have to be the same slow motion. But we're imagining that we are slowing everything down, slowing the footage down. Audible breath in. I very much believe that beyond just giving people something cool to watch at a festival, that hooping can do a lot for our bodies because it's captivatingly fun. Point technique can be a very fun exploration of you and your hoop and its ratio to you because the pace is so chill. There's no fear of dropping the hoop. If you took the GUI class last week, I can go from heavy leg to light leg, if that talk makes any sense to you. But what I like to do in point is draw with that other foot. I'll show you. Nice. Audible breath. Point technique. Point technique comes from a My Damn story, where a woman named Anna is looking for answers, and she already hoops, but she's never moved her hoop like this. And her trusted friend Saza says, Anna, go out, place the hoop on your seeing eye and wait till the wind blows it. And the Na waited and waited. And then the wind moves. And that's our patience with point. So imagine that we're the branch the hoop is hanging off of. The wind is moving us, and we're gently moving the hoop. If I have two hands on the hoop, that's 2 point. Good. For me, what I love about chill is how much I can move my feet. I can still get a lot of movement going, but just slower. I like to skim the floor anyway with my off leg. Audible breath in. Kentucky, welcome Kentucky. Oh my gosh. If I could sit down with Zaza right now, if I could sit down with a trusted, open, clear source of wisdom, I'd do whatever it is she told me to do. But I know that she would tell me to go and find my own answers, knowing Zaza. So our next exercise is point flying, and I find this can be a really, really nice, chill way to move, and it's going to super slow setup for you. But point flying is when I use point technique and I create flight on the hoop, right? Just meaning, it's in motion. And then I can bring it down, and then without grip, I can use point technique to sort of swing with it until it loses momentum, and then swing it back up. This is point technique when I go within. See how I'm just holding and turning the hoop like that? The way that you probably do point technique or point flying in your real flow is how you can learn it. Because chances are you're not going to do it like for minutes and minutes, like we're about to do. But you might do it for a moment. And so what I like to do sometimes is, like this is a great turn as I'm holding the hoop in my left hand, and my right leg is going to swing out into night. It's going to swing behind me, and that turn is going to send the hoop up. It's got a really nice, yummy, organic feel to it. So I'm here, I'm holding the hoop in my left hand, it's in point, and I'm going to swing my right foot behind me, or whichever, the opposite leg, but it swings into night. Yeah. All right, that's enough talking. Let's get to, I'll explain. Providence. Sweet. I'm glad cats like to watch. This is point flying, and again, this might be a chapter of a book you wind up not reading, but for some people, myself included, I like the sort of light, gentle flying of point. I'm imagining that most of the hoopers here are pretty experienced. So I could point fly onto the shoulders and then point fly off of it. You're not denying yourself any opportunities to show other techniques. We're just focusing on point and flying. Everything's chill. And when it starts to get too hectic, just slow it up even more. If you've done this before, you can try point flying from your wrist or your forearms. If I have 2 points on it, this is what I really like to do. I can sort of, move each hand independently. I'm in point, right? I can move each hand independently. And I wish I had the words to explain it. But there's just something so, holistic feeling about stopping the hoop's momentum without any grip. You feel one with it, kind of like you do with a balance. Nice. I'm going to add my other hand to this so that I'm teaching my body or working on 2 things at the same time. Point flying, this is just moving the hoop without gripping it. These are knocks. We worked on those in one of the Thursday classes. Good. This is an advanced move, but this is point flying inside the hoop. If you can spin and not get dizzy, it's awesome. In our GUI class, we talked about going to this. That's point flying, and that just means you're using point technique instead of grip. This would be samurai flying. This is me just gripping the hell out of the hoop, right? And actually, maybe we should try this in the last couple of minutes of the song so you feel the difference. It's just a different feeling. This is me in point. This is me if I'm just holding the hoop and going around really fast, and it feels different. I have my theories about why it feels different, but it definitely does. Okay. So for our next song, we're going to give point a little bit of a break and actually talk about samurai. And what we're going to talk about right now is slow samurai. And it's pretty much exactly what you think. It is a great way to explore chill type movement. What we're going to do is we're going to move really slowly. This was an exercise that I got from Nicky Evers, and maybe he got it from someone. And I just loved it. I tweaked it a little bit. But right now, the pace that I'm moving with my hoop, and what you do with your hoop doesn't matter, but the pace that I'm moving with my hoop right now is a 3. I'm moving at a 3. And now I'm going to move down to a 2. But to really sell the slow motion, I've got to move at a nice steady rate. And then I'm going to move back to a 3 and see if you can kind of tell the difference. 2. Now this is a 1. So 1's not going to make it completely still, but it's going to slow it up. Now what I love about this exercise is that as I call these things, you'll slip into gears and you'll feel certain intricacies of your muscles a little bit differently at each pace. We're still at a 1, 2, everything at the same pace. 3, 2, when the music drops, we'll jump back to 3. Some of you might have gone to a 4 just like I did. You can do that. But what don't you do, and I can call it, but you can just do it on your own, is to change paces. Because one of the things I love about chill style, this is called slow warrior for you geeks out there. 1, 2, if you are looking for physical challenges, slow motion moving on one leg or in an extended balance and with an activated hand, slow warrior. A slow expression of that resilient energy we all know how to channel. Audible breath in. If you haven't spent much time holding the hoop in your non-dominant hand, do that for me now. This is me turning with the storm. This type of movement will never get a lot of views on Instagram, but it'll give you a lot of different views of you. Many perspectives. Good. Okay. All right, so now we're going to do, let me make sure I got the right song queued up here. Okay. We're going to do one quick exercise, kind of chill. I'll just probably let the music play for this as we move through it. Nice. This is kind of an extension of what we were just doing, but we're going to focus, and we'll probably just do a couple of minutes of this, but we're going to focus on the shape of the hoop and creating shapes with that hoop. Of course, it's a little easier if you're in a mirror, you can see yourself. But since there's no one watching, we don't have to impress anyone. We're going to play it with the shape of the circle. Pretty loud, I like this song. Isolations in a slow form. One motion that can be really nice in shape drawing with samurai is to move your hand along a line to create a sort of line or a shelf for the hoop. It's completely static. This would be if I isolated across that line. creating shapes with the hoop. This is me flipping and folding the hoop again and again. This is me folding it rotationally. These are all super simple moves, of course. But these are the kind of shapes I'm creating. Like this is flat circle. These type of movements create sphere. This is me inside the circle. This is me flat to it. So when I'm playing with the creating shapes, I can kind of move between that flat. Good. I like chill style for isolations. I know isolations look really good when they're super fast, but I kind of like them slow sometimes. Good. Shapes. Push the shape out, bring it back. Push it out. Audible breath in. Good. Shapes. And if you want to live the highest quality life you can when you get older, move everything you have when you're younger. Before injury takes it away, before disease takes it away, before age takes it away. Move it. Nice. Explore your non-dominant side so that you awaken it, and it will stay woke. Creating shapes. What's up, Laura? Okay. I don't know if you guys are still with me. I hope you're having a good class so far. These are the type of classes I like to sometimes teach where we're just exploring very simple techniques. And we're going to mix it up, and I'm going to let you move freely for a song. Oops. Nope. Uh-oh. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to let you live freely for a song, kind of open you up a little bit. Oh, no. Shucks. I got the wrong song, of course. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was... Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, free hoop. Sweet. Nice, Carl. Doesn't it? Nice class. Cool. Okay, good. You can move any way that you want to with this song. And if you don't know how to move, one nice slow flow thing you can do is, chill style, is with rolling. Good. But move any way you want to. If you're not sure, rolling and swing work really yummy for chill style. Of course, there's no rules in hooping. I could swing it out, then grip it up and down with shapes, and swing it back out, right? There's no rules, right? Change shape, swing again. Again, I want to give you your own exploration. I'm just showing you what you could do right now. The thing is that chill style is still athletic. It's just chill. Nice. it is really fun to show off and impress people. And I mean that sincerely. It's fun. It's fun to be recognized. But I've been hooping 19 years, and some of the movements I really love are just not crowd pleasers. The festival DJ is not going to stop and put the spotlights on me because I'm doing super slow isolations. But that crowd and that festival aren't there with me very often. And the truths of my movement, the things I'm figuring out about my body, wake up and go to bed with me. Sometimes for the rest of my life. So if anything, Chill Style is a chance to explore without worry of pleasing anyone but you. All right. Okay. So, oh wow, these classes. Sweet. Thanks, Sharon. I'm glad you, I love it when you guys feedback to me, man. It really is, it's awesome. I really appreciate it. I just want to say again, this is so meaningful, this connection. Like, so meaningful. You're not going to get me to cry, but it's meaningful for me. Okay, so, yeah, just a quick setup here. Now, this is a little techie, and so this might be a little bit ahead of some people, or this might be the kind of thing. So, you know, typically when you learn off-body things, you learn them on the hands first. And then in HoopPath, we kind of start to move down the arm. So I'm holding in double point here. I'm holding just two hands. And if I can, I push one out and pull one in or whatever, what's cool about it is you start to feel a connection between your two hands, right? Like I can put more push on my right or more push on my left. That might be backwards for you guys. But it really starts to feel the connection. Like if you can put a lot of resistance on your hoop, right? I'm all about the mind-body connection, right? Like I'm looking forward to being that 84-year-old badass with the hoop, but mostly I'm looking forward to enjoying my 80s. So there's that motion there. So then the other thing you can do is, and this is where maybe this might be a little bit more for advanced hoopers, but eventually in HoopPath we move to the forearms. And this can create a lot of cool, yummy stuff that can happen here, okay? And specifically, it's like when I do that point flying, I can start to move and feel the grip with my forearms. And then my forearms can create such a small gap that they can pretty much just grip the hoop, my forearms. And then this might be just a little bit weird, but it's like they're so close to my elbows, and that's one type of grip. And then my forearms are so close to my wrist that what happens is that as my hands get snakier and snakier using the forearm, I'm just demoing you. I'm not expecting you to get all this. But this is a forearm. Let me press play and I'll talk and explain a little bit more. Okay. So if I'm holding the hoop on forearms like this, I mean, one cool thing that you can do is I can hold the hoop here on my hand, my forearm like this, and I can knock it back and forth. See how I'm turning my hand up, kind of thinning it out? This is the only techie section of the class, guys. I'm just trying to teach you a little. Now you might think that that's sort of dumb, but learning how to create that pivot starts to open up movements around, right? And so, or I can create a pivot off the forearm up into a 2-point hold. So there's lots of cool things that we can do. I don't want to get ahead, but I want to teach you a little bit about these forearms first. So if you're new to this, you could try the back of your hands or your wrist. If you're ready to try the forearms, you can try the forearms. This is point. That's hanging. If I hang the hoop from my shoulder, and hug the hoop with forearms, or start to use forearms, then I can get a lot of these hug folds. And you see how the hoop is pivoting on my forearm? Ooh. It's here. If you're a beginner, don't get frustrated with me. Just watch on Thursday night. But I'm using my forearm right now, getting a nice grippy roll with the skin on my forearm. And then this is me if I start to dig my forearms in and then 2-pointed. So don't get caught up on too much of this. I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but I'm really just trying to show you why developing your forearm sense of touch might be good. Inside the hoop, just showing you more explorations here. If I'm in shoulders and I'm inside, this is a 2-point forearm stall. Forearms. Me within the hoop. I'm within it. I'm inside the hoop. And then I'm going to pull the hoop towards me. There. There. Down. Forearm. Push. Down. There you go. Okay. That actually leads me to my second point, or techie part of class, and then we'll jump into a free hoop after I play a couple of songs here. So this is 2-point technique when we have a hand on the outside and the inside of the hoop, and the bottom hand is pushing out. Now this could be done on the forearms, but right now we can just do it on the hand. The bottom hand is pushing out, right? Thank you. And it's here, and if I switch, that would be a hop, okay? So my bottom hand's on the outside wall, top hand is on the inside wall. I throw it up a little bit, and I hop. Not exactly chill, okay? So one of the things that we do, now this is going to be harder, a lot harder than it looks, guys. One of the things that we do is we do 2-point folds. So instead of a hop, that we keep our hands gooey, and we just fold it over. And this is what it looks like. This is what it would look like if I did a hop. This is a gooey fold. You see how my hands never leave the hoop? And what's happening there is the bottom hand becomes, on the outside, becomes the top hand on the inside. Now, there's a trick you can do to help yourself learn this one. What you can do is you'll give yourself a bounce. I'll go ahead and put some music on. Oh, actually, that's not right. That's not right. Yeah, okay. You'll give yourself a bump. So I'm here. I'm going to throw my hands up, then switch them as they arc over. Okay? So I'm going to push up, feel some weightlessness, and then come back into a weighted feel. So I push up with the bottom hand, switch the hands, back in. Push up. The bottom hand is pushing the hoop almost up to the ceiling for me. Push up, down. Here's this view. You'll watch. My right hand is going to go to the bottom. Boom. Boom. I had one student in Canada who managed to get it by going all the way, oops, hit the fan, all the way across from one side of the body to the other side of the body. My fan is being a bully. Boom. Boom. Okay. hopefully we can play with a little bit of that. This is what it looks like. I'm just going to keep adding to you while you practice. Remember, these are explorations. This is the fold. And what this type of movement does is it sets up kind of a nice way to float the hoop. And it can create like a nice, light, airy feeling with it, because at any minute you can create this solid 2-point grip to stop it. You can fold it over. These are continuous folds. We'll talk about that some other time. But I'll show you kind of the flow version of some of the stuff I'm doing with you, like to maybe help inspire you. Actually, there's one move that maybe we could have talked about there as well. One cool way to feel this at first, I'm on my wrist. I'm gonna roll one hand on top of the other into 2-point. So I'm here, the hand rolls, boom, here. I add my steps to this, then add my point flying skills. Time already. Okay. All right. I know I kind of crammed a lot in there. I'm going to show you one more thing, and then we'll just play a couple of a couple of songs, and call it a night. One more thing that I like to do, which is all this stuff kind of relates to the 2-point holding, is to leave one hand high and then grip the hoop, hug the hoop, or actually, let's do something a little bit simpler than that. So I'm gonna hold one hand high, and then I just trace with the other hand, and the hoop will walk around. Right? I hold it here, and then just pick a hand, any hand, and if I just push it, it's gonna walk around the surface of me. And then when I'm in chill style, I can really like follow. Yeah, exactly, Sarah. So I'm here. I guess what I'm trying to get you into is the idea of more of a gooey type fold like we were doing last week, but with 2-point, with a slow style, chill style. And then if I went into that position we just learned, all right. I know I hit you with a lot here at the end, guys. Maybe we'll hit some of this material again, but I'm gonna put some songs on. You can practice that stuff. You can do your own thing, whatever feels good to you. Thank you for joining me, everybody. The class is free. If it's not a big deal, the donations are super appreciated. It's what I'm living off of, like most of you. Thank you for everything. I'm going to demo some of the techniques that we've been working on tonight, but feel free to do whatever you'd like to do. Just letting the hoop pivot and point on the top can be a lot of fun. The point of all of this is to find different ways to hoop for all the different facets of you. I really love the diamond metaphor for life. And we have just different facets to us. And some people see one side of our diamond that catches the light or doesn't. And I really want to hoop and move as long as I can. So I like looking for different facets, different ways that different lights hit it. I guess you could say a song is that light. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I really appreciate it. I hope you got something out of this class. I will be back on Thursday. I'm not sure what I'm teaching, just to be honest. If you have suggestions, let me know. Sweet, sweet. I'm glad you guys have had a good time. I hope this chill energy is nice. Thank you, everybody. Again, we're just in free hoop right now. I'm actually just doing some of the techniques. Sweet. Thanks, Carla. Thank you. Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you guys for the feedback. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Tiff. Thank you for... Oh, that was a volume increase. Sweet. If you like the music, the playlist, they'll open up. If your hands look like T-Rexes, they'll open up. Trust me. If you like the music, this playlist is already assembled, is on SoundCloud. Honestly, this SoundCloud did a lot of the assembly. A lot of these are their suggestions. So, anyway, thank you, everybody. As always, donations help, but if you're struggling, you take care of you. This will be our last free hoop song. Actually, no, it's not. That's a great song. I'm gonna save it. It's just really high energy. I just realized that. Thank you, everybody. Fest is exactly what we need right now. Absolutely. you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. I hope you had a good class. Thank you. Right. Nice, Sarah. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. I hope you have a good week. Stay tough. Sweet. Thank you, guys. Sweet.